Hello there. This is the reading for my Pisces friends. Welcome to November. We are finally here. I'm glad we're here. I'm glad that you have made it a very long way, Pisces. I'm eager to get started on your reading. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the cards that I'm going to be pulling from today. And I'm going to read from Sacred Rebels. This is Alana Fairchild's deck. It's one of my tried and true decks. I've been working with it for years, and I always get a good reading from this deck. So I like to make sure that we get Alana in. And then I'm also going to be reading from the Spirit, I always get this mixed up, the Spirit Animal Oracle, and this is from Colette Baron Reed. I'm going to use this to look at who's coming towards you. So we're going to be looking at people in animal spirit form with that deck. And then finally, I am going to do your tarot reading for detail, and that's going to be from the Zillich Tarot. And this is a deck that I featured on the Art of the Deck. That's Wooing Nature's flip through and review with the art and the artist in mind. So if you want to see this whole deck, you're into cards and you want to see each and every one of them, you can go to the Art of the Deck and you can check out what's going on with Christine Zillich. I always like to give respect to our artist in the deck because the art really brings it out for me. I'm going to take a pause and see if I can work with this light here, and I will be right back to get your reading. Okay. All right, Pisces. Yeah, I think that helped just a little bit there. Put a little light on the subject. All right. So I'm going to be reading right now. I'm just going to get one card from Sacred Rebels for you, Pisces, and this is for November. And while this card is coming up, I'm just going to talk to you a little bit about what's going on with Saturn. Saturn has gone direct. It still is in Capricorn. We have Jupiter and Pluto also in Capricorn. So we're not really out of the woods yet in terms of that kind of restrictive energy that we've been feeling over the past, since March, okay? Since before that, actually. It's just that the time before that we were preparing ourselves. We didn't know we were preparing ourselves, but we were. All right, so that's what's happening with Saturn. So you want to just kind of, it's a patience walk. So you're going to have to exercise a little more patience. We're almost there. We're almost out of we're in November, headed toward November, going toward December. We will be out of 2020. There will be some changes happening with 2021 as it is a 5-year. So we can expect some change there too, but we've been adequately prepared for it. So the main thing, Pisces, is to just kind of still yourself, meditate, pray, ask for what it is that you need, release it, and allow Spirit to bring it back to you. That's my message for you just right off the bat. So jumping right into Sacred Rebels, we've got the Legacy of Light. Hopefully, I'm trying to work with the light, and then we're talking about the legacy of light. But yeah, so I'm getting definitely ancestral stuff for you, connecting to your ancestors, connecting to your higher force, connecting to your sentient beings, connecting to the ancients, okay? That's where the messages are coming through, and that is through meditation and prayer. That's your job. You're the little child down here. You're the one who is being open. You're the one whose mind is clear and able to receive the messages that are coming through channeled, could be channeled messages. Well, definitely it'll be channeled messages for you, but it can come through any form. And I want to say that and be really clear about that, because we have to have our ears and our eyes open. Spirit can speak through anyone at any time, in any given circumstance. That's why they say that be mindful, because you could be connecting with angels unaware. And so don't you can't go by what you see. You have to really use your senses. This does come with the number 7. The 7 is a spiritual number, a spirit number. So that's something else for you to think about as well. So I'm going to jump to the text. And we'll see what's going on there. Legacy of light. It's going to be interesting to see. All right, Pisces. Let's see what legacies you are sharing with us. It says you are being asked to honor the legacy of light that is your sacred birthright. Take nourishment and support from those that have come before you, your ancestral lines, not only in blood, but also in spirit. Now, that is significant because we do have our blood ancestors, but then there are also what they call spiritual ancestors. I don't use the word ancestor to describe a spirit ancestor. They're just entities. They're beings. They're sentient beings or ancient beings that are connected to you because of the work that you are here to do. Okay. So some of these spirit beings are not just ancestors. They are other sentient beings that are there to guide your process because, you know, you are one of theirs. You are one of their pupils or their students or their I don't know, pupils or students. Okay. Let me get my eyes on. All right, perhaps these are beings that have inspired and motivated you to live as a sacred rebel from your heart and with the belief in yourself. The more you are nourished by this legacy of light from your past, the more you become a bearer of the legacy for those that will be supported by your light in the future. This is a sacred endowment from the great universal source of light to humanity. It is the light of wisdom, creativity, radical courage, love, and respect that's passed down from the heart of each generation to the next. And you're a part of that, Pisces. The legacy of light is your spiritual birthright to refine and shine your essence into the world, to be like a sun, radiant and unapologetic of your nature. Oh my goodness, that's a powerful word, because unapologetic means that you're okay with you. You're good with you. When you're good with you, you're unapologetic about whatever it is, good, bad, or indifferent. People tell me, well, you know what, you are so stubborn. And I'm like, yeah. And you didn't know? I can tell you some stories, right? The oracle of legacy of light comes to you when you need confirmation that a creative choice you're making or have made or soon will make is one that is in alignment with your sacred purpose and your spiritual path of healing and growth. The legacy of light cannot be ignored without some detriment to your sense of well-being. Oh, holy God, yes. And it's getting more that way now because we have gotten past a certain point. You know what I mean? It's like up to a certain point, Spirit was like, okay, all right, you're stumbling, you're falling, you're making your mistakes, and that's cool. And we're going to let you do that for a period of time. But at a certain point, the buck stops and you just got to stop and turn around and go where it is that you know that you're supposed to go. Because see, by now, you already know. So if you're not doing that, it's simply because you are being stubborn, in which case you're going to pay for that a little bit. You're going to get a little sting. Okay? And, oh well. It's a learning experience for all of us. If you were asking about a particular question and drew this card, or no, let me move on because that's about, if you're reading the cards a certain way. All right. The legacy of light also asks you to call on the unconditionally loving support that exists for you every day. This light will offer you all manner of assistance. Do not call upon it. To not call upon it is like starving because you believe you have no means to acquire food while the feast lays before your eyes. If only you could just partake of it. Now that's what I'm talking about when I say that, it's right in front of you, but you got to ask for it. You got to be clear. You got to go ahead and say what it is that's needed. And see, that's why you're doing that's why this time is happening. It's there for you to really get a clear glimpse of who you are in the world. What's important to you in the world? What do you truly value in the world? And getting right with that. Okay? That's why I said it talks about being unapologetic about what you are, who you are, and how you get down. Okay. Perhaps you worry that you're asking too much of those who wish to assist you. And see, that's the mistake right there. What you got to know is that when you're in a situation where you're having to ask, you ask spirit. You ask spirit for what you want. And then the means will come. Sometimes we get hung up because we don't want to ask somebody. But the thing you need to put in the back of your mind is that you're asking spirit. You're reaching out to spirit. All of us are spirits. All of us are spirits walking in a human form or animal form or plant form or rock form or whatever it is. We're all created by the Creator. Everything, right? So everything is embodied and imbued with the spirit of the Most High Creator. Ever how he, she, it, they, them, those decided that it was going to be done. And so all we're doing is making that connection. All we're doing is connecting the dots now. We're just connecting the dots. You're connecting dots with your ancestral spirits. You're connecting dots with the animal spirit. You're connecting dots with your own spirit. I don't know. I feel like I'm digressing. Let me keep it going. All right. Although you may doubt your goodness at times, and being human does mean that there will be some very dark moments on your path, this oracle confirms or affirms that you are coming from love with the pure intention to simply live your life and do your best in the circumstances in which you find yourself. Isn't that freeing? That's all you're doing. You're doing the best you can in the circumstances that you happen to be in. And then you can forgive yourself. Then you can let go of a whole lot of stuff that you could be hanging on to, Pisces, simply because you were thinking you had to, or you were thinking it was bigger than that. And it really just isn't. It's as simple as that. Boy, there's some gems here. You're being asked to avail yourself of the help that is awaiting your request so that your own light can become a part of the greater shining legacy of divine brilliance made manifest upon the earth. This oracle is also guiding you to something in your family history, your spiritual ancestry that is relevant to you now. Your spiritual ancestry can be recognized through the traditions and cultures that you are intrigued by or interested in. That's a connecting point. You ever feel like, oh God, I just always been so fascinated by this particular culture? Well, then study that culture and connect with that culture and find people from that culture. You never know. It could be a message coming in through there for you. See, it's all mixed up now. You can't go by a whole lot of things that you used to could go by in the past because, we messed that up. Being racist and prejudiced and xenophobic and all kinds of other kind of stuff. So now it's all mixed up. And now you're going to have to figure it out. And you know how you're going to figure it out? Not by using these, but by using this. By using this. Y'all get me on a preaching moment. They do not have to be the same as the spiritual traditions that you were raised with in this lifetime, although they may be. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. You know, because you feel it. Who knows it, feels it. The influence of your family history or spiritual tradition may be encouraging and constructive, but it could also be holding you back. Sometimes we unintentionally absorb the hidden fears of our parents or our religious upbringing, such as the belief that dreams cannot manifest or that we have to compromise to the point of losing what makes us feel truly alive. If you can relate to this or you want healing, just in case it's happening beyond the level of your conscious awareness, simply complete the healing process. And this says the healing process through unconditional love. I am open to receiving the support, guidance, protection, and assistance that I need to manifest the legacy of light that shines through me now. That's some powerful juju, okay? That is some powerful juju. There's some powerful gems here. Yes, indeed. Thank you, Sacred Rebels. Thank you, Alana Fairchild. I really do appreciate that. Woo. That's why she's tried and true. She's on the tried and true list. You know, some decks, you know, they're beautiful, but you can't, you know, you might not feel it like that. But then there's those decks that just give you a message that resonates. It's resonating with me, so hopefully it resonates with you as well, Pisces. All right, so I'm looking ahead. I'm looking at these animal spirit people that are coming towards you in November. Let's see what's going on with them. Let's see what's happening with them. People coming toward Pisces during the month of November. That's what we're looking at. We're looking at people in animal form. What are these totemic individuals coming toward Pisces in November? Well, Pisces, maybe they just hiding out, or maybe they don't want to show themselves. Let's see what's going on. Now we got them. All right, let's see what we have here. I'm going to have to get down. Woo. All right, lots of people for you. Let's motor right on through it here. We've got flamingo spirits. It says embrace the in-between. Flamingo spirits. Now, I am not really familiar with flamingos. I do know that they eat shrimp. And I heard that the shrimp is what colors their feathers. So what they eat, they are what they eat. Okay? So I don't know, maybe some nutritionist or something like that may be coming around you with this flamingo energy. It says embrace the in-between. Now, I'm not sure about how that adds up because I work with animals. You know, the animals on the card are cute and they're pretty and I like the little pictures and everything and it's good for a video. But if I don't work with the animal, I'm not going to sit up here and tell you I know about it, okay? My recommendation for you is to go and read up on the flamingo, find out about their habitat, find out about mating habits. You know, this could be some very flamboyant people in your life, some very showy people. Certainly flamingos aren't animals that you could actually ignore. They're very beautiful. The color pink is significant. Also, pink is significant because it's a color associated with the heart chakra. It's also associated with femininity. It's associated, and I'm not saying, you know, pink, and we're not going to go there, but it is associated with that, and it's associated with love. But I want you to read up on the flamingo energy because the flamingo is going to, when you read up on it, it's going to give you some understanding of the animal and how the animal relates to its environment, and then you'll be able to understand who these people are. It is associated with the number 26, which breaks down to an 8. So to me, that may be some people that you may need to build with, Pisces. Maybe there are people who are a little bit, who may garner a bit more attention. We do know that they are water animals, so they may be someone that you can connect to on that level because you are a water sign. So it could be another water sign or it could be another water animal, but look it up yourself and then you'll be clear. All right, so we've got badger spirits. Badgers are little worker bees. They aren't afraid of anything, and it says that here, be fearless and be bold. But to me, they're kind of little worker animals, like they're busy and they're constantly doing something, and that is associated with a 4. So you've got an 8 and you have a 4 here with these two sets of individuals, or these types of people. We've got some eagle spirits. And again, my apologies for this light not being quite what it needs to be. I'm trying to put it where you can really see it. But at any rate, we've got some eagle spirits. Eagle spirits are spiritual leaders. They are people who are could be very lofty, maybe in their speech and their actions, but certainly in their understanding of the world from a spiritual standpoint. They're not afraid to speak that. They're probably somebody who's already operating in this. It doesn't feel like it's somebody who doesn't know they're an eagle. Okay. Whoever this is, they know who they are, and you will know who they are because they're eagle-like. When we think about the eagle, the bald eagle, very majestic animal, very revered, particularly in this country, but also very rare to see. You don't really see them that often. They are the symbol for the USA for a reason. But if you go into your indigenous folks, if you go into the indigenous teachings and you find out what the eagle spirit is about, that's going to give you even more insight, because that is an animal whose habitat is here on, as we call Turtle Island, or on the earth, or not on the earth, but in North America specifically, and then also also the eagle is revered in Mexico. So all of North America is what we're looking at. But I want you to study on that too. Eagle spirits. They're definitely high up on the radar. All right, we've got lizard spirits. I love these. These are little scampery individuals who move around very quickly and very surreptitiously. These are the folks that you want to have around you when you've got to do spirit work. And this is a 3-8, which breaks down to an 11. So if you've got spirit work to do, get with your lizard people, because they can maneuver. They can maneuver, and they're hard to catch. And so they can teach you a lot about how to maneuver in the spirit realm and how to maneuver with spirit. And then we've got the starfish here. Now, what I know about starfish is, one, they are also water spirits, water animals. So I'm feeling like these flamingos and the starfish people, you're going to have a kindred connection with. Also an 11. No. This is a 5. This breaks down into a 5. But 5 is about regeneration, and so is the starfish. When the starfish arm breaks off, it grows another one. So it's about regeneration here. Also, these are people who will connect you to your star power, your star energy source. These could be people that are aware of their star seed selves. So for those of you who are star seeds, these are other star seeds too. They have the power of regeneration. They know about how to regenerate energetically, when your grids are off and all of that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's your layout. You got quite a lot of people to be around right now, but I'm feeling like all of these people are going to be helpful to you. Like, I don't see any lurkers or anybody that you feel like you got to be cautious around. Starfish people, you're going to be delighted by them. Eagle people, they've got the sight. You may not see them as often, but whatever. Badger spirits, they're all about it. Badgers don't play. Badgers don't play. They're not really scared of anything. So fearless beings. And I think this flamingo spirit is going to be somebody kind of showy and I want to say flamboyant, but not flamboyant like that. More like showy or seen, noticed. People who are noticed. Okay. And that can also be beneficial to you, because especially if what you're doing and what you're working on needs that. I'm not going to get into that. You guys, y'all sort that one out. All right. So moving right along, Pisces, into this Zillich Tarot. I keep feeling like I'm saying the Village Tarot, which is fine. We're part of the village, and we can read tarot. We can read tarot as a village. What's wrong with it? All righty. Here we go. Let's see what's going on with Pisces in the month of November. This is for details, please. Details, specifics. What's going on with my Piscean crew? All right. So we have a Three of Wands here. Looks like people may be moving around or moving into a different place or moving into different circumstances. I am seeing growth. I am seeing budding, blossoming. You coming out of your conch shell. That's what it said. You're coming out of a conch shell, so it must be a horn blasting out there somewhere. It must be the trumpet sound, and the Lord shall descend, and Pisces is right in the right place at the right time. We've got the Knight of Disc here, which means that this is something that you're working on. You're working on your material, the material realm. Could be health, it could be money, could be finances, could be a home. But that's what you're working toward right now. That's what you're growing toward, and you have your hands on it. You are there. You're just waiting for everything to settle. You're waiting for the dust to settle. You're waiting for things to open back up too, some of you. You're waiting for things to open it back up. Take your time. You got another Knight of Cups here. So for some of you are working on overcoming some obstacles in relationship to your feelings or in relationship to a relationship or a partnership. But you're overcoming that hurdle, whatever that hurdle is. I remember this. Pisces, this has been going on. So you're overcoming that. You're still getting through that. That's cool because now you're coming out more. Remember that flamingo? Heck, maybe the flamingo is you. I don't know. But this is that flamingo energy here with this Nine of Cups. This is you being comfortable with yourself. It's you coming out of your conch shell and being like, unapologetically yourself. That's what I'm seeing. Okay. And so you're finding this sense of peace with yourself. I'm seeing this here in this blossoming that's happening. You were budding, Pisces, this whole time. The struggle and the difficulty that you've been going on for, this has been months now. It was a time for you to bud and to find your place of peace. And I feel like you're finding that. And whatever was trying to take your spirit from you, whatever was trying to really knock you off of your game has been overcome. It really was about ego and greed and like having to have every cake and eat it too, something like that. That's what I feel like this was for you. And it really brought you down, Pisces, because it was like you couldn't shine in that environment. You were always going to be that to them. And they were always going to try to overcome you or overpower you with it, with their energy. And it just didn't work. It just didn't work. But we've been talking about that for a while. This is the Hanged Man in reverse. This is about the letting go part. Maybe that's why it's still coming up, because I think maybe the hurt from this is still lingering a bit for you, Pisces. But you just got to know that the more you let go of it, the more this shine is going to come out. And that may be, sorry about that, my cards hit the deck. It may be why that flamingo person is in your life, or why those flamingo people are in your life. They want to show you a glimpse of how it is when you are truly operating in your full self without dragging this crap with you, because we don't want to drag that anymore. So I see with this Two of Discs that there's this change happening, that you are moving out of the difficult situation, dealing with some entanglements, and you're stepping out of that. But it's going to take a bold move. It's going to take you maybe stepping outside of your, I don't want to say comfort zone. It really is about you being bold. And that's why that Badger spirit is there. So the Badger people are showing you how to be bold. The Flamingo people are showing you how to stand out. And I see you standing out here, or stepping out and getting out of that. And having some careless, a little bit of reckless abandon, just a little bit. I'm not trying to tell you to be messy, reckless, but what I'm saying is a little bit of reckless abandon is what's called for right now. And then that will usher in your star power. And when you usher in your star power, you're going to see that when you start planting seeds, they're going to grow, they're going to grow, they're going to grow. You're also going to see some things that don't grow too, but that's not going to bother you because really the thing that's growing is the thing that you should be paying attention to anyway. All right, Pisces. All right, so the Hermit card, hold on. The Hermit card is coming in reverse, but I always like to take a look at them upright. And in the upright position, what I'm seeing is you having command over the jagged edged places. It just takes some recompense, some time away. It takes you just doing some self-reflecting really is what it is, because you have been doing the work. And I know that from your readings, because for whatever reasons, I can remember for Pisces, it's been you in this relationship, good God Almighty, for months. So this time alone, this time that you've been spending alone, or time that you will spend alone, is what's going to really push you over the edge. Not in a negative way, but push you over this edge of hanging on to this negative vision of yourself that happened as a result of somebody being just a greedy, narcissistic, probably son of a gun. This is somebody who's really into themselves. They were into aggrandizing themselves. And so they had no room. There was no room for you in the relationship because you weren't them. Oh my God, that narcissism is something else. Anything else for my Piscean friends before we get wrapped up in this negativity? We're not going to get wrapped up into it because you've already made the progression. So now it's just some last minute slough off. That's what it is. Last minute sloughing off. And what I'm seeing is the residual effects of this person being how they were, and making you feel like, oh, well, I'm second-rate individual, or I am not on anyone's priority list. You are on someone's priority list. And so now what you have to do is see that you're priority. You are your own priority, and you are the priority. And Flamingo and Badger and all of them are going to help you get that right on together. Okay, Pisces? So if you want to take a deeper dive, you need to get a personal reading. You know where to find me. I will put that information in the description box. And as always, I hope you have a great day. I hope you have a fantastic November, and I hope you're having a wonderful life.